So I have a set of gaming news that happened throughout the week, I guess. And we're gonna check them out together, some trailers, some articles, stuff like that. This is gonna be like a pilot episode. We'll see if it's gonna be a good one. If it's gonna be a good one, I'm gonna throw it on YouTube's and people can watch that over there. If it's not gonna be that good because I'm like, my throat is gonna hurt or I'm just gonna talk bullcrap, this is just gonna be like a start and we might throw these on YouTube later when I'll get a little bit more familiar with them, Yeah, man, take your time, don't stress push yourself. Thank you very much, Prodigy. These auto emotes? Wait, what do you mean? What auto emotes? Oh, you mean the smiley face? But anyways, let's jump into the news. And hopefully everything is gonna work. I mean, I've tried it, but being it live is, something's always gonna fuck up. So here we go. Welcome to CBNN, the Cocktail Bar Gaming News Network. There we go. The Cocktail Bar News Network. Not gaming. It's my first time saying that. Of course I gotta fuck it up. It stands for Cocktail Bar News Network. Here we go. I hope you like it. Welcome to the news. So, first bit of news. Is not very interesting, but, we talk about stuff also here that maybe I don't care that much about, because if I would only talk about stuff that I am really interested in, we would not talk about a lot of these things, because a lot of them are just like, whatever. But yeah, anyways, apparently there's 11 studios working on Far Cry 6. Look, here we go. Oh, that turns off. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that turns off my music. I gotta figure that out. Here we go. First bit of, we're learning. But yeah, so first bit of news. When we say Far Cry 6 is a global corporation, we mean it. And there's 11 studios working on Far Cry 6. I only put this in to kind of rant on, well, not rant, but what's the word for it? To critique, I guess. How is there 11 studios working on Far Cry 6? It better be like a completely reimagining of what Far Cry is. Because what Far Cry is just open world. You climb towers to unlock the area, look around. It's like any other Ubisoft game. It's just an open world that you get to do the same shit over and over in. Maybe the story this time around is gonna be, but they always make it. Oh, here we go. They always make it. They always make Far Cry games kind of like, oh, the villain is so bad, he's so cool, you're gonna hate him so much, you're gonna walk away from Far Cry changed or whatever. And then when you're actually playing the game, it's like you barely get to meet the guy. So we'll see if this one is gonna be different. Now I'm gonna do this because holy shit, is it really hot in here for some reason. I don't know, maybe I'm sweating from being stressed about doing these gaming news. I don't know, it's always very different for me. When I play video games on the stream, it's like I know what I'm doing, more or less. But it's just like, I'm in my comfort zone at that moment. Doing gaming news, ugh, that stresses me out because I am not used to it. So this is a learning experience. Anyways, so yeah, I just wanted to kind of be like, 11 studios? Like, what are you doing with Far Cry? It better be like a very big leap in terms of what it offers, and it should not just be another copy and paste Far Cry game or Ubisoft game. Let's just say that. Next story, continuing Ubisoft. Continuing talking about Ubisoft, I guess, is Assassin's Creed Valhalla director leaves Ubisoft to join EA Motive. Now, not really. I wasn't like, I didn't want to put this on the list of what I'm gonna talk about, because it was like, whatever. Like, directors seem to be, at least lately, seem to be kind of leaving companies left and right. But then I read another article, which is a rumor so far, apparently, and that is Dead Space Revival is in development at EA Motive. Motif? I don't know how to read it. But maybe that means that the director for Assassin's Creed Valhalla is now going to be working on this Dead Space Revival, which is an interesting bit of news, but it might be also very troubling, because if you've seen me play through Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you would know that I hated that game. I hated every moment of it. But also you should know that I loved Odyssey for some reason. So I really enjoyed, it's not just that I'm hating on Assassin's Creed, I really enjoyed Odyssey. I could not tell you why, because I am not that big into Ubisoft open world, like, you know, Ubisoft open world games, because they're basically just copy and paste, as I've said already. But for some reason, Odyssey really grabbed me, and I finished it through and through. I didn't do 100% completion because I'm not insane, but I did finish the main story. I have to say the ending of the main story was not something I really enjoyed. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but the ending, I was just like, that's it? That's it? But then I played Valhalla and there were insane amount of bugs, and just the combat was so floaty. There were so many cutscenes that were just like drawn out. Nothing happened. It was going so slow, and I was not able to play the game for a big chunk of because there were so many cutscenes. And I'm sure it opens up later on when when you finish the intro, kinda. But it wasn't for me at all. It wasn't for me at all. So I'm hoping that since the director for Valhalla is maybe, it's a rumor, that it's gonna join and maybe direct the new Dead Space, that it's not gonna end up like Valhalla. We can only hope, but they're very different games, so I'm hoping, you know, he's not gonna fuck it up that bad, or whatever. You know, you never know, like, how much a specific person in a company influenced the final product, but I mean, he's the director, right? Like, if I understand it correctly, at least, then everything goes to him. He has the final word, right? If I'm not correct, please let me know. But that's how I feel like. That's what I think directors do. They just have the final word, basically, or final say. Next bit of news. Wait, I gotta open this up. This Means Warp is a new video game that is apparently gonna go into a beta. It's gonna open on July the 2nd. You can apply today. The exclusive pre-release beta playtest for This Means Warp will be running from 2nd to 11th of July 2021. So if you're interested, you can go to thismeanswarp.com/beta. This is not an ad. I'm just saying if you're interested. And this is a trailer for it, so let's give it a watch. Let's give it a watch. I am not sure if I'm gonna be letting the music play. You know what? Let's play the music. I'm just worried about copyright, so let's just take it easy. Yeah, I mean this is just music, so like, oh wait. It's just music, so let's just watch this. But basically, from what it seems like, this game is FTL, faster than light, but co-op. And I am really into that. I really enjoy... there's not enough co-op games to begin with. This one seems like a very chaotic one, which after playing both Overwatch, Overcooked, both of the Overcooked games, I feel like chaos is really the way to go with these. So I am looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm probably not gonna go into the beta because I don't know, I'm not that big into betas. I like to wait for the game to fully release and then play it, because I don't want to like play just a bit of it, which is gonna be probably a buggy mess and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna wait, but I'm definitely gonna put it on my wish list and keep it on my radar. And because FTL Faster Than Light is a super cool game, and now you put co-op in there, sounds like a perfect thing. The only thing I'm worried about is if you need all 4 players to be able to play the game, or if you can just play maybe like two of you. Because, you know, I would love to play with my girlfriend. I don't know if I don't really. It's difficult to like get 4 people together for me to play at the same time a video game, so I might just play it with her. And so I'm hoping we can just play it like 2 of us, and it's not gonna be... I'm hoping you don't need 4 people to be able to like fully operate the ship, you know? So yeah, this means warp. Next bit of news, which I want to say is pretty interesting, at least to me. But I'm also very worried, and that is... the hell is this? Who did this to me? Somebody fucked up. It was probably me. It was probably me. Alright. Here we go. Pokemon Unite is supposed to come out this July. So, not actual game footage. Let me see if I can find just like the game footage real quick. I think there was a little bit of the game footage in here. Yeah, but what I'm thinking is, by the way, this is supposed to come out in July on the Nintendo Switch, and then later in September, this is gonna come out on mobile. So, which makes me a little bit worried. First of all, you know, it's gonna be on Switch, which is like already like, I don't know, man. And then it's gonna come out on mobile, which is like, ooh, a huge red flag. Because if it's supposed to be, here we go, there's some gameplay. If it's supposed to be a MOBA, then I don't understand why they didn't release it. They didn't release it on the PC, because like that's where MOBAs, you know, where they started, where they should be, to be honest. That's unless proven otherwise, that's the best way to play a MOBA. So I assume this one is gonna be super trivialized, I guess, for the lack of a better word. Like, it's gonna be easy to control, and maybe, which is good, you know, easy to control. But What it also can be is not that deep, which is something I am worried about for sure. Now, just before I started the stream, I saw that they released new gameplay, which I wanted to check out, but for some reason I had a bad link in my what do you call it? In my Google Sheets. So let me just find, if I can, let me just find this this link, Pokemon Unite gameplay. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. So, did I save it? I am unsure. No, I did not. I did not save it. So it should be like early on top here, I think. So just give me a sec. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, man. I wanted to check this out. Huh. Alright, last thing I'll try is go to YouTube's Pokemon Unite gameplay. I think it just like dropped today. Yeah, like yesterday. Here we go. Here we go. I found it. New gameplay today.
New gameplay today. I am
New gameplay today.
With me. Two people I need some help from. Alex Van Aken.
Let's watch a little bit of it, you know. We're not gonna watch the full video,
Alex and Liana.
but I just want to see what the game is about.
We are playing Pokemon Unite today, and the reason I've assembled you is because I have played one game of League of Legends.
I'm trying to figure out what.
And that's it. So I would love your insight.
What you
as
can
to
do.
What the hell I was doing.
So there's ZRR for abilities.
Yeah. I could give you the noob explanation though. We're playing
Yeah,
Pokemon
give us the noob explanation,
Pokemon
dude.
Company and Tencent's Pokemon MOBA that they announced, I think, last year to some.
So I see Lucario. Well, is his name Lucario?
Well, maybe outrageous.
I only know him from Smash. I don't know these Pokemon. I was stuck. You know, I played watched Pokemon
Let's see what's going on here.
first and second generation, then I kind of fell off. So
Alex, what am I doing?
I don't know a lot of these
First of all, I'm very
Pokemon.
jealous. I had friends in town this weekend, so I couldn't play the beta.
I wonder what the number means. 24. Is that a level? That seems.
But yeah, like Pokemon
This is
Unite,
weird.
it is, you know, we're playing on, I think the map is like Remowat Stadium. We're kind of in the jungle right now.
I mean, no shit. Tell us something interesting.
Who is,
Oh fuck! Did he just level? Wait, did he just
There's like a bunch of
evolve?
different roles, but jungle right now, and you are kind of helping your jungler.
Oh my
who is,
god! Okay, I mean, it
I
makes
guess in this
sense
case, I
that your
think
Pokemon
he's
evolve,
not
but
called a
that's
jungler.
super
There's like
cool.
a bunch of different roles, but we can get into all the.
But isn't the other one? I want to say his name is
yeah,
Lucario, but I really don't know.
Yeah,
Sorry if
Liz
I'm wrong.
Froakie here.
But he doesn't have an evolution, does he?
From what I understand,
So how does that
I
work?
don't know what makes a good MOBA versus.
Do you get also new ability? Maybe you get new abilities when you evolve. That would be very interesting.
Your tasks. Each team is tasked with collecting
There's
enough
Pikachu.
points to, or excuse me,
There's
like,
whatever that
points
is.
to dunk in these points here, like I'm about to do. Ready?
What, you're putting points in?
And
Oh my! What is this?
yeah, right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the combination we didn't know we needed, but and at the end of the round, whoever has the most.
Are you
points
playing
wins.
basketball?
You collect those orbs by killing NPCs
I mean,
and other players.
then again,
across you.
HOTS, Heroes of the Storm also had,
Oh yeah.
you know, like mini games or whatever. well, not mini games, but like mini challenges to help you out for your to victory.
From my time with it,
So you know, it's not the end of the world, but like, is there
right, you got new abilities, you got
stronger towers and shit, or
and maybe this was just my
how does this work?
adrenaline running when I was playing, but I
Like, oh, what is the goal? Do you need to destroy the ancient as usually is in a MOBA, or
yeah, there
is
aren't
it just
any,
to
like,
score
special, like,
a specific
fire
amount of
doesn't
points?
mean like, yeah, like you said, like fire isn't gonna be like extra strong against like a grass type Pokemon.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't
but
or is?
special like fire doesn't mean any like, yeah, like you said, like fire isn't gonna be like extra strong against like a grass type Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like as you can see, Alex is level 6 right now.
Okay, so
and
the
there
type
is a
advantages are not gonna work in
ability
this,
system
which
depending on
makes
the Pokemon.
sense.
Like, if you're playing a Snorlax, he's
It
not
seems like
going
at
to,
least.
you know.
He's not going to
Evolve.
devolve into his previous form or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, like Snorlax is just Snorlax.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snorlax is just Snorlax. Whereas like you started off as Froakie, you turn into Frogadier. Now you're about to be level 7. You're gonna turn into Greninja.
Yeah.
How long is this, by the way?
There's the
11 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's not too
There are
bad.
certain characters in League of Legends that have a.
Oh, I know this
level
guy.
One of my mains is Kale. And
Oh, okay.
she,
He's also in Smash. I didn't know that he has
like level
other
16
evolutions.
sorry, level 6, level 11, and level 14. She has kind of like different stages of power. So like that's like a familiar note. But yeah. So like you said, you got all of your powers, and as you level up, you gain access to them. And they are on cooldown.
Wait, so let me see. I think his abilities. Wait, no.
Now you're about to be level 7. You're gonna turn to Greninja.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Greninja.
There's the evolution.
Oh, and then you can choose what ability you're gonna go
Characters in
for.
League of Legends
I
that
think.
have a
Like you either
level
press
on the
left or
one of my
right
mains
to
is
choose
Kale,
an ability.
and she starts off kind of basic, and at like level 16, or I'm sorry, level 6.
So you can only have 2 abilities at a time.
Different stages of
And you
power,
can't
so,
go
like,
back, it
that's like a
seems.
familiar note. But yeah, so like you said, you got all of your powers, and as you level up, you gain access to them.
After we're finished watching this, I want to check out if it's gonna be free to play. If they said,
You want to,
because I mean, I definitely want to check it out on the Switch, but
killing those minions and other champions, other Pokemon like.
at least give me a demo or something, you know, if it's not gonna be free to play. But
your
it's gonna be on
powers
mobile. It
when
has
you're
to be free to
fighting
play,
your
right?
Players.
Yeah.
That's typically like the strategy.
Okay. Nice little double kill there.
Yeah,
Bang bang.
yeah, and we've got like there's
Yeah, I really want to
different
see what's the point of the game.
types of Pokemon, battle types, I think is what they're calling them. There's the attackers.
Is that
who are
tower right
Pokemon
on the
that have
corner
low
there? No,
endurance,
that's
but they excel at
that's
like,
the
dealing
dunk
heavy
point.
range damage, and that's what you're playing as is Greninja.
the hoop where you
Like
put the.
Pikachu and Venusaur fall into that mix too.
Oh, he's almost
There's
dead.
Speedster, which are Pokemon that have like really high mobility and like offensive capabilities. They like get in, make quick attacks.
That's probably his ultimate,
out.
the glowing
That's,
yellow thing.
Gengar is one of those Pokemon. Absol, Talonflame.
Yeah.
We've got the all-rounder class, which is they're like more of a balance.
I'm not sure
obviously,
if you look at the top there.
all-rounders.
Oh,
And
sorry.
I'm excited because
I don't know if you
the Pokemon
why you
I
can
wanna
only
play as
see
are
your
in that
team,
category. So
because
Charizard,
usually,
Machamp,
as far as I know, in all
those
MOBAs,
are some
you can
all-rounders.
see,
And 2 more. There's defenders,
if not like
which
the
are,
health
they
of
have
the
high
enemy,
endurance, excel at
you can
protecting
see all of
allies,
their
and
like
kind of, like, slowing
portraits and
or,
stuff.
like, helping to control enemies. They don't do a ton of damage. They're mostly like support in some
Oh,
ways.
wait.
And those are like Slowbro, Snorlax.
Wait, there's
those.
the timer is
Lastly,
counting
there are
down at the
supporter
top.
classes, and those are the Pokemon that
So what
have,
happens
like,
after 4
infinite, like,
minutes?
buffs, in debuffs
Is that the end of the game?
as they need to. And
So
that's
is it?
really tough.
Maybe it's a
Mr.
set.
Mime and like Eldegoss.
For sure.
So that's the big rundown of the
Been lurking and enjoying the news.
in the game.
Thank
And
you
then
very much,
you
Bobby.
talked
Welcome
a
in.
little
I
bit
saw
about
your
these-
tweet
these,
that you have not been
those
streaming
that
as
you are
much, and
collecting, right? you're Nike
uh,
dunking them into.
what's the word?
And so this is
kinda-
like a- from
you don't
what
like
I've
that,
seen
that you haven't been
let me
streaming it
know
a lot?
if you-
I feel like you've been streaming quite a lot, my dude.
They seem like
Don't you
they're
like
out
usually
of
stream like
Legends,
every
they're
day?
back to back. Like,
Snipster, hello, welcome in,
that's
guys.
the lane you have
Yeah, we're
to,
watching Pokemon
you know,
Unite new gameplay,
this
which is
little
supposed to come out
mechanic with enough
in
ores,
July
and then
on the
that
Switch,
area
and then
unlocks
later
and
in
you can
September
progress.
on
Is that kind of
mobile.
what you're getting?
So I'm trying to figure out what this game is about.
Looks like to me. I mean,
Because, you know, I'm always down for a new MOBA.
Back in the day, and
Um,
fell off of it just as more people kind of moved on.
Even though this one looks
thing that
like,
I know I ran into is people just kind of being overwhelmed.
you know,
by
maybe not as
the
deep as something like
MOBAs.
Dota 2,
I
which
feel like this
is what I
is
come from.
everything we know
But yeah.
and love about MOBAs.
But yeah, Bobby, I've been
Not necessarily
lurking in your
simplifying
streams
it,
as well.
simplifying it
By the way,
in a
have you
that can be really
have you stopped using your face cam, or is that just like a
also, you know, adhere to
for
what
a
we know about
reason and
Pokemon.
you're gonna come back to it or
They would
something?
have done,
I've been seeing some of your Tomb Raider
Fire
streams,
would
and
only
you've
work more
you did not
effectively
have your
against,
face cam on.
you know, X class or anything like that. I think that would have been a little bit cooler, but maybe overcomplicating things a little bit. I think if Pokemon is going to dip their toes into the MOBA universe, this is probably the smart way to do so, because it seems very user-friendly without stripping away all of the challenge. But yeah, I definitely, the first thing I saw was, I was like, oh, those are kind of like the towers, but they're not like kicking Statnik's butt. So
Oh wait, so
what's going on?
sorry, I need to go back. I'm talking over it, but they're saying something about the towers.
Like fire would only work most effectively against, you know, X class or anything like that. I think that would have been a little bit cooler, but maybe overcomplicating things a little bit. I think if Pokemon is going to dip their toes into the MOBA universe, this is probably the smart way to do so, because it seems very user-friendly without stripping away all of the challenge. But yeah,
I don't know what she said.
Like, oh, those are
I'll be using the face cam again. Been really hot lately. I'm too lazy some days to look stream ready. To totally understand, man. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some even big streamers who've said like, I'm not gonna stream because it's so fucking hot and I don't have AC. Do you also not have AC, Bobby? Oh, by the way, if you're here to lurk, I'm gonna shut up and not ask any questions. If you just wanna, you know, enjoy the news, which we should focus on. I mean, we can catch up on things later, chat. But it's hard for me to just turn that off, you know, like talk to you guys, because that's what I love to do, that's why I do this, but I'm here to tell the news in the CBNN. Fuck, how do... The Cocktail Bar News Network. I am the anchor. All I can think of, this is like League, but Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, that, yeah. Yeah, but it seems like you collect points, which is like the Pokeballs, when he has like 19 of them in the middle. And you can heal up at these, I think those are like towers, even though I don't think you take damage from them. And if you go to the enemy tower, you can like dunk the Pokeballs in there, and it does something. Now I don't know what the win condition is. It seems like now, because the clock, it's hard for me to point. The clock is counting down at the top there. It seems like you only have a minute, and then probably who has the most points win, which is not ideal, but then again, at least it's gonna cut down on the amount of like how long a match is. It's just gonna be always constant. It's gonna be like, hey, you have 10 minutes for a match or something like that, you know?
I actually genuinely enjoyed my time with it. I know people...
I don't know what he's doing right now. Oh yeah, here we go. He's dunking the points in. What the hell happened there? Yeah, but I don't... Huh?
Going to be, I had fun, and
you win.
I don't know what makes a great...
Wait, so did they just skip the last 30 seconds, or...
but I do think this is going to be...
Why did it just suddenly...
And like I said, I don't know what makes a...
I'm digging the animated overlay, thank you. Oh, Jetski, by the way, welcome in. Hello, and thank you. You're fine, man, and agreed, it's been so hot lately. Yeah, it's not been so hot lately here. I mean, it's hot, but it's... Actually, it rained today, so... We're good, but apparently you guys are having some troubles.
Frustrated.
That's going to be like hour-long. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest problem of MOBAs, is that they're just so long. But it seems like this one only takes 10 minutes max. And I guess you need to get to like 500 points.
So I may want to look at that. But then how do you trade off the and balance?
But yeah, this is gonna come out in July.
Like I like
on the Switch. So if you have a Switch, before we end the story, I'm gonna go check out.
Thank you so much for joining me. As always, be sure to like.
I'm gonna go check out if. I'm gonna go check out if it's gonna be free to play. Give me a sec. Maybe they didn't say Pokemon Unite free to play? Question mark. It will be free to start. This looks like fun. Love some Pokemon. Man, if they do it correctly, it's gonna be fun. As I said, the only thing that I'm worried about is that it's only on the Switch and on mobile. Which is like, Switch is like, I mean, okay. But mobile, you know, you gotta wonder if it's gonna be really dumbed down and, you know, not as deep as something like League of Legends or Dota 2 or any of these other MOBAs. We'll see. We'll see how much it's fun to actually play and how long it will stay fun. Let's see. Does it say it will be free to start with optional in-game purchases available? I don't know what it means, free to start. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's either free to play with optional in-game purchases, or it's free to start and you have to buy the game later. Why don't they? What the fuck? That makes no sense. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Anyways, that's Pokemon Unite. Let's keep an eye out in July. I might plug in the old Switcherino and we can play that on stream. Then again, I don't know how Nintendo is when it comes to streaming their video games. I think they've gotten better, but who knows? It's not gonna be a beta though. It's just gonna be fully released at that point, so I don't think they would mind. So yeah, we might check that out in July. The next bit of news, focusing on Dungeons and Dragons. More so on the, I want to say the creators, or at least maybe not the creators, but the company behind everything D&D, like the license of it, which is Wizards of the Coast. If I am not correct on any of this, please let me know. I myself don't play any Dungeons and Dragons, even though I would love to, but I, never was in a friends group or anything that would play that, so I am not like super familiar with the background of that. But why I bring this up is because there's an article saying video games are core to the future of Dungeons and Dragons, is what Wizards of the Coast said. Now why I bring this up is not that much about like, that's cool. I'm really glad Dungeons and Dragons are thinking about making more video games, or there's gonna be more video games based on Dungeons and Dragons, because Dungeons and Dragons is super cool. It's like the ultimate fantasy world, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. I'm definitely down for as many Dungeons and Dragons games you can bring me. I mean, Baldur's Gate 3, let's go. But this article comes in a very weird moment. Since Dark Alliance just came out not that long ago. I think last week maybe even. And if you don't know what sorry, I need to, for next time I gotta figure this out, because this is not working for me. Yeah, so the music, I mean. Dark Alliance is a brawler, I wanna say. And even people who were paid to play it, to promote it, after the promotion was over, they were like, yeah, I'm gonna go away and not touch this game any longer, because this game is very buggy. The combat is very floaty, and it's just not a good video game. So, I don't know. I'm just really surprised that the article saying, "Oh yeah, we wanna do more video games," came out basically at the same time when Dark Alliance, the newest Dungeons and Dragons game, came out with horrible reviews. So I don't know. It was just interesting to me that was when they decided to throw that out there. I think you might have to pay for something like Xbox Live or more. You might have to pay for something like Xbox Live. Do you mean for Pokemon Unite? I don't know. Just to go quickly back on that story, I think free to start. It's a very weird phrasing, but what I would think free to start means is like something like Knockout City did recently, where they said you can play up to level 25 for free, then you have to buy the game. That's what free to start screams at me, which, you know, interesting premise. Like, I'm not... It's better than just pay up front, you know, it's basically like a demo, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's shit, you know, because you get to probably, hopefully, experience the game before you need to spend the money on it. I don't know, it's just free to start was a weird thing to oh, I pressed the wrong button, here we go. To call it that, I don't know, free to start is a weird phrase. Now, just a kind of a funny story, I guess. Something I was like, this is... When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I like this. Now, I don't know the full story, and I don't want to know it because I don't care. If you want to know more, I know, I'm the news anchor. I don't care about the news. What can you do? What can you do? This is CBNN, that's how we do it here. But... what I wanted to, I didn't care about the story that much, so I'm not gonna read into it too much. I just really enjoyed the headline of it, and I don't know that headlines are sometimes misleading, but I don't think they are in this case, and that is that Bungie tells the Destiny data miners to respect the fun and stop spoiling things. And not, you know, I don't play Destiny. I don't really care about it, but I feel like this this phrase should go out to basically not like just Destiny fans or Destiny players or whatever. It should go out to any data miners out there, because like all of the leaks that happen, and some of the leaks of course happen via the company itself, like they're purposeful leaks just to like hype people up before an E3 or whatever, and that sucks as well, but I guess what are you gonna do about it? But when there are people who just purposefully look through all this stuff and try to dig out any piece of like, you know, they basically spoil the fun. Like, they spoil the fun out of the surprise, I guess. Because just, for example, for me, when just one day, I remember, I don't know how long has it been since Apex Legends has been out? I want to say like 2 years. I am not sure at all if this is true. But just one day, I opened up Twitch, and suddenly everyone was playing Apex Legends, a game that no one's ever heard of. No one ever seen before. You know, it was just a new game, a really cool game that just came out. And not only did it just come out and nobody knew about it, and it looked cool, it looked like it plays well, and it did play well, and you know, it's bug-free almost and stuff like that. Not only did it just drop out of nowhere, but you could just go and download it for free yourself and play it right there and then. And it was such a magical moment for me. Because it's not like a lot of the times with announcements, especially E3 that we've seen, like, you know, 2 weeks ago or whatever E3 was. But with all of the digital conferences and stuff like that, they show you a trailer with little to no gameplay in it. That's usually not even an engine and stuff like that. And they're just like, hype up, this is gonna be the best game ever. and it's just the same shit again and again. Or with like Watch Dogs, they're gonna downgrade the graphics to the ground when it actually releases, or the game is not at all what it promised to be, like No Man's Sky, even though No Man's Sky is on redemption arc right now. You just cannot trust publishers. Let's just say it bluntly. You just cannot trust publishers and AAA game developers. Not like the developers, but the higher ups, you know, companies, let's say, AAA companies. You can't trust them with what you're actually gonna get when it comes to the video game. So just being able to right away see, oh, that's a new game, and right away be able to go play it, especially since like Apex Legends, going back to that, it's been free to play. Insane. And I do have to say that all of these, like, I'm not gonna say any like specific examples because none of them come to mind and stuff, but I do have to say that we live in an age where a lot of things just get spoiled before to like hype you up before we actually get to like play the game or, you know, learn the things on our own. So many like little details that just get spoiled that if you would find in the game yourself, you would be like blown away. But since they get spoiled to you, like either by the company themselves or by other people, it's just you feel robbed at the end of the day. At least I feel robbed at the end of the day. So just going back to the original story, I don't care about Bungie telling this about Destiny data miners, but I think what they say is correct for just the whole video game industry, and I mean to any entertainment industry, I want to say, because even like if you watch a trailer for a movie, you immediately know everything that's gonna happen in the movie. I don't know what happened to trailers. I mean, unless they've been like this forever. But if you watch a single trailer for any movie, 99% of the time, you will just know the entire plot. Because it seems like they're just that shallow. Or they just spoil the entire thing. So that's why I try to not watch any trailers and all of that. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult when we're gonna do these news segments. I have to say that, but I try to really keep my hype low for anything, not watch anything, not spoil myself on anything if I can, and just go in like fully blind with no previous knowledge of it. And that's just been working out for me the best. And I feel like we as a society should try to do that more. So yeah, here we go. Agreed, yeah, definitely. So, what's the next piece? What's the next big story of the day, you might ask? Well, it's a huge, because it seems like Sony have just bought the developer Housemarque? I don't know, but they're the devs of Returnal, which anyone, which is like 10 people in the world, who was able to get their hands on the PS5 and play this game have said that it's really good, really cool and good. I kind of said both of those words together. Really cool and good. And from me watching the footage, because I watched people play it, it does really seem like a cool game. I've heard some critique that it's not as long as it could be, and also once you finish it, and it's like it's not that it doesn't take that long to finish it, and then there's nothing else to do, which I've heard people complain about that. There's not like multiple endings, or if you finish the game, you can still get more and more if you keep pushing and finishing the game over and over. But you know, it's just how they wanted to do it, I guess. But yeah, this is interesting because I didn't know that. I thought that the developer Housemarque was already part of Sony in a sense, since the game was like an PS5 exclusive, and it seemed like they really worked closely with Sony, so I just assumed that they were part of Sony, but apparently they weren't. So they just bought them. Let me just quickly go through this article to see if maybe they said something about what they're gonna do next. I don't know if there's any planned like DLCs for Returnal and stuff like that. If you guys know in chat, definitely let me know if you know anything. There's 13 companies under PlayStation Studios banner. Okay, okay. Anything about what they want to do next? Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, it doesn't seem to say what is next for Housemarque. But yeah. Now, you guys have heard about Windows 11. Yeah. Windows 11, the next big thing that is, I think, supposed to come out at the end of the year or something like that. I really don't know. Didn't Windows 10 just come out? Why are we getting Windows 11? Why are we getting Windows 11? Are they just trying to go for the joke? Or just to like abolish the joke, which is like, oh yeah, if Windows 10 is so good, where is Windows 11? You know, are they trying to just like shut down those jokes which no one even made? So they're going for Windows 11. I really don't know. It like, if at least it would, if it would be called Fishheads, hello, welcome in. It's great to see you. If it would at least be called Windows 21, which is like, you know, 2021. Okay, I can see that, but it's called Windows 11. Why? Was it called Windows 10 because it came out in 2010? I don't remember, but why was it called Windows 10? And why is this one Windows 11 suddenly? Out of the blue. I mean, I guess it makes sense to, because, you know, 10, 11, but there was no Windows 9 or Windows 8. Well, there was Windows 8. Wait, now I'm confused. There was Windows 7, 8. Was there Windows 9? Did I skip that? Did they just jump to Windows 10? Oh my god, I don't know. I was just, in my mind, I was like, oh, there's Windows XP, Windows Vista. I didn't even think that there was 7 and 8. And now it's 10. And now it's gonna be 11. For some reason, those numbers did not even occur to me. But yeah, I don't know. But why I wanted to bring this up is that the story of the day is that Microsoft acknowledges that the Windows 11 PC health check was not fully prepared. Because I don't know if you've seen these videos, guys, but there's been quite a handful of people running this Windows 11 PC health check that is supposed to check if your PC will be able to run Windows 11. And people with like 3090s and, you know, very powerful PCs have been running these checks, and it's been like, this PC cannot run Windows 11. We are very sorry. So yeah, it was just a fun little thing that, you know, the most powerful PCs could not run Windows 11 for some reason. They could not do 9 because of naming, and there may be things on Windows 95 that would conflict. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, look, it was Windows 95 that made sense, you know, because as far as I know, it did come out in 1995. But if you know Fish or anyone else, why did they go from Windows? I assume Windows 10 came out in 2010. Tell me if I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong. But why is it Windows 11 now? Like, do they just want to continue Windows 7, Windows 8, skip 9, go to 10, and now 11? I don't know, it's just weird. And also, it's not, as far as I know, unless I am very wrong, and I tend to be, as a news anchor for CBNN, they don't pay me enough to know all this stuff. It's not like a new operating system, it's just like a big update. So they're just hyping people up by calling it Windows 11, even though it's not gonna be, it's not a new operating system. Windows 10 was out in 2015, I think. Okay, then it makes no sense to me. Anyways, moving swiftly on. Another piece of news about Sony. Sony could face a lawsuit for a monopoly. The full article says Sony could face a lawsuit over PlayStation Store game monopoly. What the article, when I read it just very quickly, what it said is that Sony's new restrictions established a monopoly over the sale of digital PlayStation games. Because apparently there is no way, no other company other than Sony can sell digital codes for PlayStation games. So if you want to buy games digitally, like for example, if you have the digital version of PS5, if you don't have the disc, you can only buy games from Sony, from the PlayStation Store. And that means they can just jack up the prices as they want. You know, you get a sale, you might not get a sale. If you don't get a sale from Sony, you're fucked. I don't think they're saying here like that a lawsuit is actually taking place. I think they're saying there might be a lawsuit coming. Yeah, they're saying they could face a lawsuit. Let me see. The lawsuit states Sony barred third-party retailers like Amazon and GameStop from selling download codes for PlayStation games on April 1st, 2019. Okay, so from April 1st, 2019, you were not able to sell digital codes. Amazon or GameStop, or I assume any other storefront that wanted to sell digital codes. They were just not able to do that anymore. Making the PlayStation Store the only place to purchase digital PlayStation games. Further, the suit claims Sony's policy swiftly and effectively foreclosed any and all price competition in the retail market for digital PlayStation games by requiring publishers who sell games on the PlayStation Store to relinquish full control over the retail price. What? Am I reading this correctly? Wait, so if you create a game for the PlayStation Store, you give up rights to tell PlayStation, hey, we don't want to be on this sale, or no, you're not gonna make our game, or you're not gonna sell our game on 50% sale. You can't do that, they just have full control? Okay, if I'm reading this correctly, I am baffled that the lawsuit is just now taking place, because it seems like there is a lawsuit, but you know, it's unclear who's gonna win, because you know that's always how it is. But yeah, man, I would think they would get there would be a lawsuit much sooner, to be honest. And now the biggest, Sony PS5 is the devil. Yeah, the problem is I really want to try out the controller because I've only been hearing very good things about it. You know, the haptic feedback or whatever you call it. I really want to try that out. And also, it's hard because like for people who don't have a PC, getting an Xbox is definitely that's what I'm going to recommend. If you don't want to get a PC, get an Xbox for sure. Just for Game Pass, you know, if only just for the Game Pass. But since I already have a PC and I can probably play most of the games that Xbox has, if I want to get a console, which I would like to get, I can only go to PS5. But as you can see on somewhere here, $70 or €70, and sometimes even more in different regions for a single game, especially with me just figuring out that there's no other way to buy digital games than through PlayStation Store. Like, I don't know if I want to go down that route, you know? I don't know if I want to go down the route of buying a PS5 and paying like triple the price than what I would pay on the PC. Now, hence that they're exclusives, so I would not be able to play those games on the PC. I don't want to say ever because they're kind of porting them over recently. You know, Days Gone has been ported over to PC. Horizon Zero Dawn. By the way, just a quick update. I did finish Horizon Zero Dawn. If you were here when I played it on stream, I really did not like it. I think a big portion of why I didn't like it was that it was terribly optimized for the PC when it came out. But what happened afterwards is that they almost fixed it. I played the game for one evening, finished it. So I had like, I want to say like 4 or 5 hours left to finish the game. I only crashed 3 times. And I say only in big quotation marks. I only crashed 3 times during my 5-hour playthrough of what I had left of the game. But then at least the frame rate was solid. For the most part, it was solid. And after I set the game to easy and kind of did not do combat at all unless I was forced to, I was good. But I really, for some reason, I really did not jive with the combat, and even on easy difficulty, it was just grindy, and it took so long to kill a thing. So the next game looks fun because they have paragliders. What is it called? Horizon Forbidden West? Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. It looks cool. You have a paraglider. I'm always down for that. But if the combat is gonna be the same and the core gameplay, which I assume it will, I don't know if I'm interested in Horizon. Now, let's go back. I don't know why I even started about Horizon. I will get a PS5 eventually as well. Okay, I didn't know that you're. I thought you're just strictly going for Xbox. No, I'm not trying to say that you're like an Xbox fan or anything, but I just saw that you only had an Xbox and you're like, that's enough for me. But yeah, let's go back to the biggest news of the day, which I literally found out 2 hours ago, which is that the headline is Vin Diesel gives update on Riddick 4 and potential new Riddick game. And again, if you're either a what's the word that I'm looking for? I don't know. A person who watches my streams regularly, a regular viewer, I guess. Or if you watched me play through Riddick Butcher's Bay, I think that's the name, which is presumably a bit of an old game. You can't even buy it anymore, by the way. But I played that game when I was younger and I really loved it. It's a great stealth game. So we played through that, and when I finished that, I was like, I did not have a nostalgia glasses on. Like, this game is still very good. There were some issues for sure. It's an older game and, like, you know, stuff like that, but it had a lot of content, a lot of like interesting moments. The actual gameplay was like, it was fun, it was solid, it worked. So I'm really interested in a new Riddick game. Now I just hope it's not gonna end up like the Fast and Furious video game, which if you have not seen, then go find some footage of it, because it's terrible. I had a PS3, had no time to buy a PS4. Gotcha, fish heads. Alright, let's actually read through this article, because I did not have time to read. I was at work, I was just like finishing up what I'm gonna talk about today, and this just popped up. And I was like, this has to go on the list, but I did not actually read what it has to say. Maybe it's gonna say, Vin Diesel says there will be no Riddick 4 and no video game. We don't know. Let's actually read through it. Yeah, but by the way, is there someone who did not hear about Riddick in the chat before? Because there's been movies, there's been video games. I recommend all of those. These let's play the character in 3 movies. Yeah. By the way, I don't know I don't think I've seen Riddick 3. I've seen Pitch Black. I've seen The Chronicles of Riddick. And apparently there's just a movie called Riddick. I never heard about that. 4th installment has long been mooted. In fact, the title Riddick 4 Furia has been floating around the internet for a few years now. Okay. So Vin Diesel says, it's so funny, I was just wearing my Furion shirt. Director David Twohy, he wrote a great script. It's just a matter of timing when we get the opportunity to shoot that. But I believe we're shooting that in Australia. And it would be the 4th chapter in that series, which would be awesome. Okay, so they have a script. They just did not start filming it. But there is a possibility for the 4th movie. Vin Diesel adds, we did have a great success with Escape from Butcher Bay, yeah. It feels like an eternity ago now, because it was an eternity ago. But I imagined that we would take advantage of the gaming space and add an extra chapter, but definitely the movie script is already written, so it's safe to say that we're moving towards filming the 4th chapter of Riddick. Okay, it's safe to say. So they did not say, or he did not say that there's... He would like to make a new game, I think, is what this is saying. He would, at least he's not against it. He thinks that it would be nice to have an extra chapter, but there's nothing in the works, or maybe not only in the works, but not all on. There's nothing happening, basically, which is a shame. Maybe with the release of this 4th movie, when it comes, they're gonna think about that next game, because that was really, really good. I played Butcher Bay, but never watched the movies. Not a huge fan of Vin Diesel. I kind of, from what I've seen of his live streams and like his background, I guess, I want to say I'm not that big of a fan of Vin Diesel the person. But I am a big fan of Vin Diesel, the actor. You know, the acting that he puts on. And the characters that he creates, I want to say. I like those. Even the cheesy ones like the XXX movie, or the one where he's like a babysitter. I love those. I love those. So yeah. So that was the big news story of the day for CBNN. Now we're not done yet, of course. We're not done yet. We have a few things to go on. Next category, free games. There's a few free games right now that you can get if you're quick. One of them is Tell Me Why, which is I don't want to say continuation, but from the same makers of what's the name? Oh, I forgot the name. What's the name of the game? Oh, of the previous game they made? Life is Strange. Thank you, Fish. Yeah. They're the makers of Life is Strange. So this is like their next game, which is pretty much. It seems like, from what I've seen, it seems like the same thing as Life is Strange. It's just different storyline, of course, and different powers that the main characters have. So if you're into like visual novels, go give that a shot. And the next one, the other free game, is on the Epic Game Store. Not sure how many people are interested in that, but Sonic Mania, apparently free to get. I'm not that into Sonic. If you guys are, let me know, but I don't know. I played Sonic when I was young, you know, the 2D one, whatever, the like the peak of Sonic. I liked Knuckles because he could climb walls. But I never really understood Sonic, since you're supposed to go fast, but there's so many things on the map that make you want to go slowly and methodically. Because there's so many things that if you bump into them, you lose all your coins, you lose all your momentum. So yeah, I just never understood Sonic, really. But yeah, if you want to grab Sonic Mania, which I think is supposed to be like the really good Sonic game, unless I'm wrong. Let me actually go and see what this is about. Sonic Mania, so I'm not telling you some bullshit. Sonic Mania is an all-new adventure with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, full of unique bosses, rolling 2D landscapes, and a fun classic gameplay. Recent reviews overwhelmingly positive. I think this one is like a good reimagining of the good old days of Sonic. So if you're into Sonic, this is definitely, I mean, I assume if you're into Sonic, you already have this one, but it's free on Epic if you didn't know. Loved Sonic when I was young, Sega Genesis. Okay. I just get every free game. I kind of get that, Snipster, but I don't know. Since I'm sure that I'm not gonna play it, I don't get it. But, you know, maybe, like, I should just get it. Like, what if, you know, once I have a kid, what if my kid wants to play it? And then I'd be like, ah, damn it, should have got it when it was free. So maybe I'll just get it as well, you know. I mean, it's free. Strangely, I was thinking about Sonic the other day. Oh, okay. I just get it because why not? I might like it in the future. Yeah, exactly, Simster. So those are the 2-3 games, and I gotta say my throat is already killing me, so if you've read the title, I did say that I'm gonna play some Aim Lab probably after this. I might just end it after we finish the news. And to be honest, I mean, the news have been going on for an hour and 15 minutes, so... I mean, I feel like that's enough. I did say, if you were not here at the start, thank you, Fish, I will hydrate. If you were not here at the start, I did say that this is gonna be a pretty short stream, since my throat is still killing me, kinda, and I don't wanna push myself too much. I already feel I feel it hurting, so let's just finish the news, and then I'll probably go play some Apex, because I've been playing Aim Lab to get better at aiming, and then I want to take it over to Apex and some other games. And this is a great segue. You might think that I'm just like mumbling about what I'm gonna do, about my personal stuff, but this is actually a great segue for our next trailer that I want to show you, which is Bloodhunt, which is a new vampire battle royale that is in the makings. It's supposed to come out this year, later this year. I don't know if they're gonna show any gameplay, but if you go search for yourself for Bloodhunt gameplay, there's been an event. I think they actually streamed like at least they started the stream an hour ago. Maybe the stream is still going on, about them showing some new things about the game. But there's been an event where like big streamers have been invited to check out the game, check out the, I want to say pre-alpha, they said, and they were able to stream it, or I saw it on YouTube. I don't know if they streamed it, but I watched it on YouTube, and it looked really fun. It's a third-person battle royale where the interesting thing, I know this sounds like weird, but the interesting thing is you are a vampire. I know, shocking, but what that allows them to do is like you just have people on the map, like random NPCs on the map, and there's no health. Well, there are some health packs, like blood bags that you can drink, but if you get hurt, you can just run away and find like a random NPC, a random human, and you can just suck their blood to regain health, which is very interesting idea. The other thing is that the humans that you can suck, some of them have like special passives, so you can like get a passive that decreases your cooldown, or for the abilities, because all of the there's three, I think there's 9 classes and 3 like houses, and the houses have a special ability that all the 3 characters are gonna have in the respectful houses, and then every character has like a different 2 abilities. I think the houses ability is like a passive that you get. I've seen one passive from one of the houses, which is if the enemy is low on health, you will see like a trail behind them, so you can track them better. So that's one of the things that I've seen. It looks actually pretty fun, and since we cannot play that yet, you can sign up for the closed beta or whatever. I chose not to, but yeah, you can do that. I just want to play the full release. I don't want to spoil myself before when it's not finished. Yeah, it seems like a very cool game, so I'm hoping it's gonna be good, because I want to play me some shooters. I like shooters. I also don't understand Knockout City. I could not get into Knockout City either. Knockout City is a weird one, because it seems like it's trying to be a competitive game with like an established esports background, or I've seen some EA is doing some events with it, but it's also very chaotic, and at least to me it seemed very, not only clunky, but what's the word for it? Not even hard to master, but just like there's just moments in the game where there's nothing you can do to prevent you dying or getting eliminated, or whatever they want to call it. Because like you can have like the enemy team is gonna focus you and they're gonna, all of them are gonna throw a ball at you at the same time, you can only catch one and the other two are gonna hit you and kill you. And there's nothing you can do about that. At least unless they made an update since I played. Or I'm just missing something about the game. But it seems like you catch the one ball and there's no like a window of invincibility or anything where if another ball is coming at you for like a second after you caught a ball already, they would not hurt you. So if all of them throw a ball at you at the same time, you're gonna catch one because there's nothing else you can do. And well, you can kind of dodge away, but you might not know that there's other two balls coming because sometimes it's difficult to see it. The visual representation of that a ball is coming at you is not super clear a lot of the times. So yeah, you can catch one ball and then the other two just kill you. And it's like, okay, like I had no idea, there's nothing I can do to prevent that, it seems like. So yeah, that was a weird one for me as well. Even though I love the sport, I don't know the name of it, but I love the sport in real life. It was actually my favorite sport when I was still at school. But this game did not live up to the expectation that I had for it. It did for like 2 hours, and then I was like, I started to see the problems with it. Anyways, back on the news, back on the track. Next trailer, we have Phantom Abyss, which is right now in early access. You can go get it on Steam or maybe some other places. And it's a first-person, I want to say roguelike. I don't know if they want to call it that. I guess they want to call it procedurally generated, just first-person procedurally generated dungeon thingy. I don't actually know the tags for it, but basically what you do is you matchmake into a procedurally generated map that I think, if I understand this correctly, only one person can finish the map. So you have all these people, you see the phantoms of people who've tried before you, and you can try to learn from them what they did wrong and what traps they fell into. And what you're trying to do is get to the end. There's like multiple stages. There's like 3 different maps, I think, or maybe more, as you go through this one like bigger procedurally generated dungeon. And you want to get to the end, and once one person gets to the end, that's it. The map gets like closed off or deleted or whatever, and no one else can ever finish that map again, which is an interesting premise. Unless I'm butchering this, but I think this is how it works. Interesting premise, and it seems like, you know, Mirror's Edge, which Mirror's Edge was a lot of fun. So yeah, you have this I don't know the word for it, like a hook, and you can like hook yourself up to platforms and stuff like that. You need to dodge all the traps and stuff. There's things you can pick up as you go, money and stuff like that. You can buy power-ups as you go. And there's like bosses in the maps. It's really cool. It's really cool. I like it. It's now in early access if you want to grab that. I'm gonna wait for the full release, but it's definitely on my radar. Definitely on my radar of things I want to check out. A cute little trailer that I've just seen, and I was like, okay, let's throw this on here, mainly because I've seen and I've played. If you follow my Twitter, I talked about this like a month ago maybe. I played when there was the Next Fest Steam demo event where you could play all the demos. I played a game called, I don't remember, Potion Craft or something like that. It was you were basically an alchemist trying to like craft potions for people, and there was like a whole map thing about it. whatever, besides the point. But I really like, why I'm saying this is that I really like alchemy games where you can like create your own potions and stuff like that. And this game looked kind of similar in that vein, because it's called Dragon's Wandering Tavern. It seems like an indie game which you can see from, you see a little bit of the footage and then like a title screen and then a little bit of footage, another title screen. You know, that's just how they do it over there at the indie games for now. Not the best way to do trailers, I want to say, but you know, it works. It works. I watched someone play this. It reminds me of Spelunky. Definitely. That was for the other trailer. That it definitely looks Spelunky-esque. Yeah, but I don't think it's as challenging and unforgiving as a Spelunky, which is good, because that game seems like it's too much. Yeah, just you know, nice little. Seems like you pick up items, and then you go into your alchemy station and you kind of create the potions. It seems like you can create your own, like you figure out how to make your own and do that. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to hydrate. So yeah, here we go. Fish heads, it's finally been done. I have hydrated. There's a few more trailers to go. I'm gonna be quick because my throat is killing me. Aliens Fireteam Elite. As you can see. There's a new Aliens game, which looks super clunky, super bad. As most Alien games have been. Apart from Alien Isolation, which was a superb video game, or is. This one, from the trailer, did not look very good, especially the animations of the Marines. I don't know, it seems like another one of those aliens versus soldiers, whatever. They need another game like Isolation, very fun game, definitely. I mean, just make Alien Isolation 2, right? Like, maybe just change the name, Alien... whatever. But just make another immersive horror game. That was a lot of fun. And I do have to say, I played back in the day, I played Alien vs. Predator 2, I think, was the name called. And you could play... There were 3 different storylines. You could play as a Marine, you could play as the Predator, or you could play as the Alien. And all of them had different stories. And if you played as the Predator, for example, you fought against the Alien at one point. And I loved playing as the Predator, and anytime I got to the part where you go fight the Alien, I just turned the game off. Because I was young, I was super scared of Alien. I could not go through that. And then I played it when I was older. I got to the part where you get to fight the Alien. And, you know, because I remembered from past, I got super scared. And then I fought the Alien and I was like, well, that wasn't even scary at all. But I feel like they should make just another Alien vs. Predator game as well. Because that was a lot of fun as well. You just gotta make them well, you know. Alien hide and seek, yeah. Sounds right, sounds great. Next trailer, Sacrifice Your Friends. Which, if I remember this trailer correctly, seems like another, I want to say like Overcooked clone. I don't know, for the lack of a better word, I don't mean to be like, oh, this is just Overcooked. But it definitely has that vibe, right? Like, it looks similar. And I have to say, I'm really glad that these multiplayer, especially local, not only online, but local co-op, well, I guess they're not co-op, because it seems like they're against each other, but maybe there's a part where you play together. I have to say, I'm glad that these seem to be getting back, because there was just, for a long while, it was just like, oh, you want to play a game together? A random person, you know, a random friend that got in for a visit, or you know, you want to play a game with your girlfriend or whatever, or boyfriend, there was not a lot of things you could play. So I'm glad that there seems to be a more couch games. Yeah, as Snipster is going, couch co-op especially, but just like local multiplayer games getting developed, and they look kind of cool. So yeah, I'm gonna check this one out when it releases. Now next one. I just threw this on here because it seems like, I don't know, they're just take a look. Just take a look. It is called Cowboys Simulator. And I mean, what other thing screams I am a cowboy than building your own house, you know? That's what cowboys did, right? They built their own houses and fish. You see that in all of the movies, right? If you watch a cowboy movie, you see them, you know, destroy trains, rob trains, but also fish and build their own houses. That's exactly what they did. That's what they legit did. I kind of think, yeah, I'm sure that they kind of did. I don't know. I feel like I don't know, when you watch movies, they don't do that at all. But I kind of I'm sure that they're not like it makes sense that even if cowboys did not like create their own houses, that it would be in the game for like survival elements. Like, you know, you gotta gamify the game a little bit. But then again, it's supposed to be a simulator, I don't know, you know? Right? Like, simulators are trying to be super realistic, as far as I know. I mean, you have a bee simulator. Anyways, the last trailer of the day and the last topic of the day for CBNN, the Cocktail Bar News Network, is there's a new Don't Starve game in the makings. Don't Starve New Home? Yeah, Don't Starve New Home. Don't Starve is a lot of fun. Now I think they're still updating the Don't Starve multiplayer game, because it's a standalone. It's the multiplayer part and there's the single player part. They're separate, and I think most people play the multiplayer part even if they play alone, or multiplayer game, even if they play alone, which is interesting. I guess it just got the most updates out of them all. Yeah, Don't Starve is a lot of fun. I just never was able to finish it, because I don't know, you just get to like, you get to day 40, day 80, and then you die and you have to start over. I can't do that a lot. I can't like go through the same thing again and again. It's not like, you know, if you start up, you are learning things. So next time I'm gonna be better at doing this and that. But you get to a point where it's just like, oh, I know how to get to day 80. And then there's, you know, then something killed me randomly that I didn't know that's gonna spawn. And so now the challenge is just about doing the same thing till I reach day 80, and then the new things are gonna happen again. And that's not fun for me. Like, you know, I would just rather be able to skip to day 80 right away and get to experience the new stuff. But that's just me. I know that it's a very popular series. I loved it. But I was never able to finish it because of that. I didn't want to put myself through the same thing over and over and over again, just so I can progress a little bit. But yeah, there's a new game. It didn't really say at all what's new. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the first pilot episode of CBNN, the Cocktail Bar News Network. I'm thinking of doing this at every start of the stream, probably shorter. We'll see. We'll see. Now, I don't know if this is gonna go on YouTube, so I'm gonna check it out. Thank you very much, Fishheads. Fishheads said good job, by the way, for if there were people who were watching on YouTube. This was pretty cool. I had a good time listening to it like a podcast. Yeah, that's exactly what I want it to be. Unfortunately, I can't make it 100% a podcast, or I can't like throw it on Spotify, I guess, and say, hey, if you want to just listen to this as a podcast, you can do that. Since I do plan to like show trailers, and like we're gonna talk about like just like we did for Pokemon Unite, we're gonna like see gameplay and stuff like that. So I can't just throw it on Spotify because people would not be able to see what's going on the screen. But you can, you know, you can just put it onto YouTube's and just put it on your other monitor, or just not look at it and just listen to me, if you want to do that. So, but yeah, thank you very much for being here for that. If you're seeing this on YouTube's, come join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/martini. We're gonna be doing this more, I think. And like the video if you enjoyed it. Maybe subscribe to the channel. And that's gonna be it for me today when it comes to CBNN. So, I did not... Fuck, I forgot one thing. But anyways, this is the end of CBNN. I don't have the button to like end the CBNN news. Let's do it real quick. Let's go! Hello. That was the end of CBNN.